Now on the front page of the Daily Graphic, we have Lands Ministry targets 10 million trees. This is this year's Green Ghana 2023. Yes, Green Ghana 2023. Lands Ministry targets 10 million trees. Now, continuous voter registration. Ghana Card guarantees voter integrity. Then we have Theophilus Yate appointed editor of the Daily Graphic. Company names 3 others to strengthen brand. All right, so those are the headlines on the front page of the Daily Graphic.
So the headlines on the Ghanaian Times: big boost for mining sector. Ghana attracts 3 gold, 1 lithium mining firms, poised to begin operations by the end of the year in Brahafo, Upper East, West, and Central regions. Avena fire outbreak renders 600 homeless, destroys 450 wooden structures and metal containers. New CI won't disenfranchise any Ghanaian, EC chairs assures. And the president receives credential letters of 5 envoys. Court order legal aid to provide lawyer for alleged coup plotters.
All right. I have the Finder here, and on the front page of the Finder we have small-scale miners export 22,158.25 ounces of gold in 2022. This is coming from the Lands Minister, Samuel Jinapo. We also have 100 million Ghana Citi released to NIA. This is to clear part of its debt to creditors. All right, so those are the headlines on the front page of the Finder.
And on the new Crusading Guide, NIB smokes out Lands Commission stealing syndicate. 16 in the cooler for siphoning 100 million Ghana cedis. Gold brought Ghana $6.6 billion in 2022, and that's by the Lands Minister. And Nungwastu Land Secretariat parades 15 lawyers to reclaim all Nungwa land. Jospon Group's lead Group Thai Waste Management Company to Sanitation Minister, and COSA disassociates itself from false media reports. And lastly, Medina NDC politics turn bloody. Constituency chairman warns, assault Sosu's nightmare, unleashes attack dogs on parliamentary hopeful.
Okay. The Chronicle, these are the headlines. Minerals export hits record $6.6 billion in 2022. We also have Magdan escapes prison sentence by a hair's breadth. Wow.
Interesting.
Okay. Ajimamenu snubs parliament is a question that the Chronicle is asking. Ghana Card will not be used to vote in 2022 elections. This is coming from the EC. And the scripture for today on the front page of the Chronicle, it says John 8:32. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. All right, so those are the headlines on the front page of the Chronicle.
And some headlines on the Daily Guide. Ghana rakes $6.6 billion from $6.6 billion from gold, and gang busted for stealing Lands Commission $100 million. And Health Minister dodges Parliament. Mahama begins 2024 campaign, and Ghana Card to prevent foreigners from voting.
The new publisher has these headlines. Ghana Card will not replace voter card. The EC boss assures Parliament. We have Matthew Amwa threatens Ayini's seat in Bolga East. If Kofi Boa is a true Nkrumahist, he should join the CPP in Elembele. This is Afenyo Makin sparking some debate there. So those are the headlines on the new publisher.
And on the Republic Press, EC bus schools MPs on proposed CI. Health Minister snubs Parliament. UCC denies police exam leak. Make good use of free SHS, headmaster to new students. Tema Metro records 23 maternal deaths in 2022. 2023 SHS prospectus more than marriage list, says parents.
All right, so we have the ABC News here, and it says, you know what? Okay, let me read it because I think it's better I read it.
Yes, you have to. You have to.
Tinubu breaks the 8 for APC in Nigeria elections. Okay. Nigeria's INEC is never ever better than Ghana's Electoral Commission. Now, he has a photo of the erstwhile president, John Dramani Mahama. So I'm sure there's something about what he said there. Now, continuous attacks on the Electoral Commission needless. That's and then we have Kotoka International Airport records 1,089 Ghana card arrivals in 2022. All right. I have a couple more papers here. You want to take the Informer?
Okay, let me try.
And then I'll do the BNFT.
Okay, so on the Informer, Nigeria elections, Obasanjo accuses INEC, warns of looming danger. Towards improved local governance system, Dangote calls for paradigm shift, and Galamsey threatens cocoa sector. 4.8 billion Ghana cedis lost to illegal activity. GJA fights road carnage, pushes for urgent amendment to Road Safety Act.
All right. The BNFT is a final paper here, and it says here, DGB leads partnership of banks to tackle economic issues. Action Aid backs solutions to mitigate food insecurity threats. And then we have the final headline, historic sites face climate change destruction. All right, and it has a photo there of Fort Prisenstein in Keta. It's a very unfortunate, thing that's happening there, because even though the sea defense is there, you can see it in the shot. Still, somehow, weathering seems to be impacting on the structures there. I hope that the Museums and Monuments Board, as well as the Ghana Tourism Authority, take a serious look at all this and make sure they protect these things for the sake of the future. All right, well, it's time for sports. Don't go anywhere. Sports is next.
My people.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. Welcome to the village.
Yes, thank you very much. Remember watching.
Yeah, Joso.
So what am I supposed to say?
He says me Mawachi, which is good morning.
Okay.
And then I said Joso, which means we acknowledge you, we respond. Joso.
So I'm saying the same thing.
Yes, you done well very much.
What's up in sports?
Yes, a lot happening in sports. Now, Ghana Olympic Committee President, yes, that's Benunu Mensah. He believes former Jamaican sprinter Asafa Powell's visit to Ghana is to inspire young athletes. And he said this when Powell was met at the Kotoka International Airport by a strong power delegation from the Ghana Olympic Committee. Now, Powell is married to a Ghanaian, and yes, Powell and his Ghanaian wife, Alicia Ikia Mela Powell, yes, they are scheduled to meet the President of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, and Sports Minister Mustafa Yusuf on their trip to Ghana. Yes, and Mr. Benunu Mensah also revealed that this trip has been in the works for a while, but the COVID issues popped up, and yeah, those related matters delayed this visit. And yes, so they've come just in time to witness Ghana's Independence Day celebration. So yes, welcome to Ghana again, Asafa Powell and Alicia Miller Powell. Now, moving on to African news, moving on to some African related news now. Zamalek president, yes, Mutada Mansour. Now, he has been jailed for a month for verbally insulting the president of bitter rivals, Al Ali. So we are talking Egyptian football here. And Mansour, who is also a politician and former member of parliament, had previously used parliamentary immunity to protect himself from such lawsuits. But after losing an election in late 2020, Al Ali chairman Mahmoud El Khatib, a legendary former player of the Red Devils, now he filed a defamation case over a video that appeared on social media and the Zamalek club channel. So yes, Mansour, he is in some deep troubles, he's on deep waters following that verbal attack. And so yes, club chairman, club president, you have to be very careful of the words you use against your contemporaries. And in 2018, this isn't the first time. Yes, this is the first time that Mansour has landed in some troubled waters, because in 2018, the Confederation of African Football, that's CAF, they banned the 70-year-old from all football-related activity for a year, following similar comments about CAF officials. So yes, Mansour, this isn't the first time he's landed in some deep waters. And like I said,
he has anger management issues.
yes, I think he's overly emotional when it comes
I can
to
imagine.
when it comes to his club. And Zamalek, yes, they have a passionate fan base, so I'm not too surprised that he also shares in the same passion and verve for his team. But yeah, like I said, once you are in a leadership position, you need to be careful what you say, because what you say carries a lot of weight. And yes, unfortunately, he went the opposite direction, and yeah, he's going to face the law for a while. But we wish him all the best anyway. Moving on to some European matters. French football prosecutors, now they have opened a preliminary investigation into a rape accusation against PSG and Moroccan defender, that's Ashraf Hakimi. Some unfortunate news coming in there, but this is just preliminary investigations, and this is over an accusation against Ashraf Hakimi, and a judicial official said this on Tuesday via the Association Press. Now, the investigation is being led by a prosecutor's office in the Paris suburb of Nanterre. And Hakimi, remember Hakimi? Yes, he started for Morocco in the history-making team at the World Cup in 2022, that was held in Qatar. Now, Morocco made history by becoming the first African nation to compete in the semi-final stage at the World Cup. And recently, just on Monday, yes, Hakimi was voted into the FIFA World 11. Yes, and he was having some good things going for him. Then, unfortunately, this has popped up. So this is just an investigation. It might end up he being innocent and cleared of all these accusations. But this is what is happening. And yes, you have been updated. Now, still in France, Noël Graé, yes, the French Football Federation president. Now, he has resigned from his position amid misconduct, including sexual harassment and a damning audit. Now, in February, the audit concluded that Le Graé, 81, who is 81 years old, no longer had the necessary legitimacy to administer and represent the sport in France, and highlighted the inappropriate behavior of Mr. Le Graé towards women. So yes, towards women. And remember, this is the same man who came under serious fire for his unwarranted criticism against Zinedine Zidane when news popped up that Zidane was in line to be named as French football national team coach. So yes, the pressure on Le Graé has forced him to resign. And so yeah, that's the news from the French football quarters. Now to round up, unfortunately, it's still bad news today. Today is a happy day, the start of a brilliant month, but unfortunately, there's a lot of controversy happening in the world of sports, especially in the world of football. So, still on this controversial theme, Nick Bontis, he has resigned as president of Canada Soccer Association over pay equality or pay equity issues regarding the women's national team. Now, in 2021, the CSA, that's the Canada Soccer Association, they spent $11 million on the men's national side, and they spent $5.1 million on the women's side. And so there was protest from the women's national team, and yes, you can see on your screen, yes, they say enough is enough. And so they protested, and that pressure has forced the president, or former president, I can say, Nick Bontes, to resign from his position. Now, the men's team, they went on strike in the lead up to the 2022 FIFA World Cup and refused to play in a friendly game against Panama. And it's very likely, yes, the women are also doing same. And yes, the female team, they are demanding the same backing ahead of this year's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Remember, the Women's World Cup will take place later this year in July and August. And that's it for Sports Review right here on Breakfast Daily. My name is Yao AJ Minta.